Jane from Access Your True Nature with some information I really wanted to share with you today that just couldn't wait. So to get on with the exciting news that I wanted to give you today around fear. How many of you have misidentified and misapplied excitement as fear? I know it's something that we're told that is there and you have to overcome it and get it out the way. But what if up until this time it's just been all that excitement that you're generating and creating to get on with creating a phenomenal life, and your misidentification of it as fear is what's stopping you from having everything that you know is possible. I want to share with you the gift of second guessing yourself. And yes, I know it might sound really strange because it may really feel like torture when you're second guessing yourself like that, and it just seems so raw and exposed and vulnerable, and we really go into not trusting ourselves. So that's really the whole point. You know, the ego is telling you that you actually can't trust you at all. But you've got to remember that the ego's job is to keep you safe, to keep you operating from what is safe or what you have believed is safe to your ego. But you're not your ego, and it's not something that you have to overcome. It's just to know that it's there and to allow yourself to be vulnerable. And coming from a physiological background, I could speak all day just about the function of the amygdala, that little part of your brain that's job is to keep the physical body alive. But moving on, just know that your ego is just there to keep you in your comfort zone, to keep you safe from having the excitement of something that is a little bit way out of the ego's safety zone. The point is, it's not going to make you feel fulfilled. So what's underneath that part about not trusting yourself is that you feel vulnerable. You feel exposed. You feel like you're outside of your comfort zone because you're exposed and you're feeling something that isn't what you'd normally feel. So here's the gift. There's a story there about you not accepting this beautiful part of you that got shared or got exposed through the action that you took, and you have the judgment around it. And what you're doing in that moment that you're second guessing yourself is that you're looking to the external for validation about that part of you, and you're not getting it. So you're saying, oh crap, how could I have shared that part of me? So the gift in this is that every time you second guess yourself, it's an opportunity for you to get that certainty and clarity about who you really are. So just think for a minute. Take the worst scenario where you've taken a risk or you share something and it totally does not turn out as you expected it. And then your ego jumps in and says to you, you shouldn't have done that. You're supposed to stay small and hide in your little hole and stay there. But here's the thing, you took a risk, and when you take a risk for you, that's when you get that clarity and that certainty of who you are, what you desire and require in your life, and then you get to really invite in all and more of who you are for the world to see. So even if it didn't turn out the way that you think it will, that's really the gift in the space where you get to show up and be you and access those parts of you that the world is waiting to receive, and then the judgment goes away. And that's really how you get to start to trust and honor and gain the certainty in yourself and step into receiving everything that you know is possible by being your authentic self and stepping into your true nature. Here's the thing, you took a risk, and when you take a risk for you, that's when you get the clarity and the certainty about who you are and what your needs are and what your desires are. So by you taking that risk, you get to accept more of what you are from a space of total allowance. And there's always a lesson in that to help you to get the clarity. And that really is the whole point. You know, the vulnerability piece to this and the self-trust piece of this is so important, because when you accept this part of you that you're judging and you get the clarity of who you are, that's where you get the honoring and the trusting of who you are. get to develop the self-esteem and you can enjoy being your authentic self. So I would love to hear about you and the time when you were second guessing you. And if you could just get to ask, where's the gift? What's beyond this? And what is it that you could now see that you weren't be able to see before? Then you can really start to honor yourself for putting yourself out there in a new way in the world and showing and gifting to the world your unique gifts and capacities, and celebrate that part of you, because this really is what it's all about. This is how you begin to access your true nature, and you can start to use how you second guess yourself as a gift. When you're second guessing yourself, ask yourself, what's the gift beyond this, that if I could see it and own it and acknowledgement, my whole life would change as if by magic. So look underneath that pod of not trusting yourself, and would you be willing just for today to step into that space of vulnerability and trusting of you, and just get into that space of allowing all that information come to you right now? What would it take for you to access all of you and have the ease, the joy, and the glory that you know is possible by just trusting that you know? So until then, have a great day.